Okay. Oh, by the way, I need your help reaching up on a shelf
Okay.
in the garage. There's a box of paperwork to that swim spa, and I
Okay.
need to get my hands on it.
Okay.
So, okay, we're getting ready to review the summary of the findings for the house.
So this is just the upper attic, and really it looks fine. The structure looks okay. There's a good amount of fiberglass insulation up there. I didn't see any discoloration, mold, anything like that going on. That just shows the insulation. This is the metal chimney going up through there for the hot water tank. And I do want to note, and I'll show you a picture on the roof, there's some corrosion and the insulation was a little bit stain matted down. That storm collar on the roof may need to be resealed.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Yeah, and that's where that chimney goes up. And then the bathroom exhaust fan for the master bath is going up into the attic. It just kind of ends near the ridge vent, which I think is fine. And then again, there was no fan in that second floor hall bath.
Okay.
That pipe could be insulated in the attic. There's a hatch in the garage ceiling that doesn't go to anything. It's painted, sealed, closed. I couldn't get it open.
Okay.
And then there's the folding stairs that go to the added garage attic, and that looked fine.
And is that attic separate from the rest of the attic? Okay.
Yeah. And this is looking into that attic. This is actually your dryer vent on the second floor that goes out through that wall over there. But that's just a general picture. There was actually some piping. I don't know what it was for. It almost looks like a vent for a furnace or hot water tank. I don't know if they had a little heater in the original garage maybe that they took out. But these pipes are disconnected. They're not being used.
Okay.
And it goes out there. So we're on the roof now. Again, when I was in the garage addition attic, I saw plywood or chipboard that was dated 2013.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that's the age of the roof. This is the lower part of the roof above the failing room. They did do a patch with some shingles around that brick chimney for the fireplace.
Okay.
It looks okay though.
All right.
The flashings, they might have put new flashings in there too because they look a little bit newer. These are just some general roof pictures. I didn't have anything unusual going on with it. Some moderate sanding in spots. There's some moss algae on the roof, but pretty typical wearing for an 11-year-old roof to me.
Okay.
This is that metal chimney for the hot water tank, and this is that storm collar that's
a little deteriorated.
It's got some rusting, lifted up a little bit.
Okay.
It may take a real blowing kind of rain or snow to actually leak, but you might want to seal that back down.
Okay.
Plumbing vent looked okay. Skylight looked okay. Just some more general pictures. That's kind of a close-up of the shingles. And that's that top of that brick chimney. It actually looked pretty good. It looks like they redid the concrete cap.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice crown on there.
Yeah, it looks like they put maybe a new
critter guard.
Yeah. Oh, this is the roof for that shed.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's probably about the same age as the house roof, maybe 11.
Okay.
There's just it could be cleaned off. And
oh, I see.
And there's actually 2 layers of shingles on that roof.
That's the neighbor's tree, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
The downspouts for the house go into undergrounds or they're going out to the curb. Okay, keep those clean. Front porch looked fine. Sidewalks, driveway looked good. There's some minor cracks in the front porch floor, but no big deal. You got brick veneer and vinyl siding. And where the brick veneer meets the vinyl siding in spots, some of the mortar deteriorated out and it could be patched pointed.
Yeah, it just happens when you have a marriage of 2 different materials, so it just needs tuck pointed.
Gas meter outside looked okay. So these are the vents for your furnace that go out at the northeast corner. They look okay, it's just you got this big bush in front of there that really should be trimmed away. Sump drain looked okay. When I was walking around the outside, I noticed that there was some movement to the foundation, and then that goes along with the bracing that's been put in the basement. That's that vent that's not being used. That's your dryer vent. actually. It doesn't look like a dryer vent, but it is a dryer vent. This is just the downspout drains on this side, on the west side of the house, are kind of exposed. Nothing wrong with it. There's a real small hole in the vinyl siding on the west side of the house.
Just be caulked? Silicone?
Yeah, that's all you need to do. There was a vent in the garage that vents outside. That's nothing. And you're going to have to ask the owner. There's a clean out in this concrete slab near the garage service door. I'm not sure if it's to downspout drains or what, but it looks like the sewer or plumbing clean out. The air conditioner and furnace are both dated 2012.
Okay.
And the air conditioner was working okay, and it's using 410 refrigerant instead of the R22 refrigerant, so that's good. That little vinyl storage building, I don't know if it stays or not, but when you open the doors, they fall off.
The little hinge pins, because it's just a Rubbermaid thing. Yeah, I get it.
And the fence just has some weathering, a little bit of deterioration, a few boards. They put some boards at the bottom to keep the dog in. Mm-hmm. And then this storage building, the only thing I really had on is there is some deterioration to the siding near the ground in spots. You got the mulching ground up against that siding. I try and pull that mulch away, and you could put gravel or something.
Yeah.
And then back on the house on the outside, that's just showing the gas, I think, to the grill there. The underground electric looked okay. That's that fan that's at the basement ceiling that I don't know what they're using it for.
Yeah.
And that's the kitchen exhaust fan that goes to the exterior. Just showing the hot tub and deck, just some little bit of deterioration to a couple of boards. They didn't paint the one section, but this little stuff, that's those pipes that I showed you earlier that aren't being used. That's nothing. There is so the second floor laundry looks like was an addition. Mm-hmm. Along with that, added garage and maybe this rear room back here. And there's some drain piping that runs through the garage that looked okay. It's working okay. There are actually 2 spigots in the garage that were okay. Where they added that garage on, there's just a difference in the elevation.
I noticed that because I was walking into it from the 2-car garage, and I had my eye on the paperwork on the shelf, and my foot went down, and so you have to. Yep, you got to look at the ground when you're walking over there.
Again, it just indicates that was added on. There's a little bit of water at the garage service door in the back, and that concrete slab on the outside is level with that. Just need to keep all those joints in that sealed up. Just showing how they added that on. There's another fan in that garage that it doesn't really do anything.
I think they're passionate about exhaust, like me, right?
Yeah. There's a little hatch in this room right here, but it's sealed closed. It just goes to a little attic space that would be over that room.
Okay.
Fireplace, I really didn't have anything. Just could be cleaned out. The kitchen generally looked fine. I do have some GFI notes here. Like this outlet's GFI protected, but the others in the kitchen are not. The front exterior outlet is not GFI protected.
Okay.
The rear ones are.
Okay.
The outlets at the laundry sink are not. The bathroom outlets are. So they could add some GFIs.
I think I noticed that during the showing, and I told Chris that. But
that's just showing they had a railing there that they took out. And that's the hatch to the upper attic. This is the walls, floor, ceilings, and attic generally look fine. It's just this is the front bedroom ceiling. It looks like somebody stepped on it from the attic, and it's got a little crack and it's sagging down.
That happens.
Yeah. That's just general of the laundry. I filled the Whirlpool up and ran it. It's working okay. That front cover removes to get to the piping in that. In the second floor hall bathroom, one of the shutoff valves is missing. The handle's missing on the shutoff valve.
Oh, okay. And that's accessible from the linen closet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
And that tile in that bathroom, one edge piece came off.
Yep.
Skylight looked okay. That's just some marks on the vinyl flooring where they have the washer sitting. Basement, the railings aren't per today's. There should be spindles less than 4 inches apart. And some of the basement insulation is facing the wrong direction.
Oh my
The
goodness.
paper's not supposed to be showing. And that was true in the crawl space also. These are just general pictures showing the bracing system that they put in. And I would just recommend you get any paperwork, warranties, all that. Because it does look like it was professionally done. You can see how they braced it with bolts and everything up there. That's nothing. That's just your main sewer clean out. Almost all the supply pipes here are copper. The incoming pipe is plastic, then there's a lot of copper, and then there's some PEX, plastic.
Okay.
You can see some of the PEX. And the drain piping's all plastic. I ran a bunch of water through things. I didn't see any evidence of leaks. There is one, I have a picture coming up, pipe in the basement that's just shut off with the valve that's not capped. You could cap it if you want. That's showing the main entry, main shut off. And that's just showing some of the copper and PEX. Same thing, copper and PEX. So you do have a section of CSST gas piping here.
Not grounded?
Not grounded.
Okay. I know how that story ends.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hot water tank, 40-gallon gas-fired tank, and it is 2021 was the date on that. And I really don't have any notes on it other than the vent pipe has some corrosion on it, and this is the same pipe that had some corrosion up in the attic. So they might, again, that storm collar might need resealed down. Furnace is 2012. The main thing I noted, they did have some leakage probably from the condensate inside. It wasn't leaking right now. Could question the owner if they repaired that. The one outside spigot up here, the handle pulls off.
Okay.
Put a new handle on. Electric, it's 200 amps, which should be plenty adequate. The only thing I have on the panel is that there's some different brands of breakers.
Oh no, we can't mismatch that.
Some are compatible, and I'll look online. It's Square D and General Electric. I don't know if the Square Ds are compatible with the General Electric, but if not, those breakers should be replaced. And the panel could be better labeled.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Some of it, but not all of it. That's that exhaust fan in the basement that goes
The
to
litter
outside.
box.
Yeah.
We'll call it the litter box. Okay.
The humidifier's kind of corroded up a little bit. Could be cleaned and serviced.
Is the whole house humidifier still functional?
I think so.
So we just need to get a new humidifier pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the damper for it, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
There are plugs in the ducts.
Where they've had them cleaned.
You could ask when they did that.
Okay.
That's that pipe that's uncapped. It's up near that laundry.
It just needs a termination cap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some pump was working okay. There's some debris in the pit that could be cleaned out. There's no battery backup. You could always add that. As far as moisture, I'm really limited here with the basement. It looks like it was very recently painted.
Okay.
There are a few slight stains bleeding through the paint. Plus, we haven't had hardly any rain over the last month and a half. I would strongly question the owner further on foundation moisture. I mean, there wasn't anything real significant down there, but I do have some limitations on that.
Okay.
Just kind of see some. And in the crawl space, structure looked okay in there. There's debris in the crawl space that could be removed. That vapor barrier on the floor is all kind of wrinkled up. It could have a better vapor barrier installed. That's showing the insulation backwards in the crawl space.
Oh my goodness. Why, John?
And that's the supply piping that goes up to that laundry that they added. It looks to me like it may run up an exterior wall. Just be aware of that if it's really cold outside and you're going to be away or something. You might want to shut that water off, especially to that, or just keep a watch on that, because it does look like it runs up through this wall right over there.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing real major. I'll have a list of a few, little things, but
Okay.
all not too bad.
All right.